Alright, it's Sunday, December 15th, 2024, and there is something going on in the skies over New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Maryland, the entire tri-state area. We've been following this story, reporting on it for weeks because I'm from New Jersey. I have family and friends on the ground telling me this is real. There is something physical flying over New Jersey. The photos, the videos may be hard to see and make out what it is, but in person, we can clearly see these are giant military-sized drones. Well, we have new information. Members of Congress and senators in a position to know, members who sit on the Intel Committee, the Homeland Security Committee, are saying the government's lying to the American people, that they know what these are. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson just received a classified briefing about this, separate from what other Congress people received because he's on the Gang of Eight. He has a higher classification authority than the rest of Congress. So are these drones part of some classified U.S. military op? If so, what are they doing? What are they looking for in the tri-state area? I don't know, but we have a new statement just released by Marjorie Taylor Greene, which appears to show that she's been given some new information since Friday, since her Friday statement. We're going to get into that along with what the new leading theory is about what these drones could be doing here. But before we get started, thank you for liking and sharing these videos. Really helps out the channel, and consider subscribing so you don't miss these regular updates.
These are not U.S. military drones. Again, this is being investigated by local law enforcement. What our initial assessment here is that these are not drones or activities coming from a foreign entity or adversary.
You're telling me we don't know what the hell these drones are in New Jersey are? Is that correct?
That's right.
It's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. That's madness that we don't know what these drones are.
From the Coast Guard, who said that one of their 47-foot motor lifeboats was followed by between 12 and 30 of these drones as they went through the water.
These are 6-foot drones that are somehow evading our detection. They are not being detected.
They're saying no threat, but how the hell do they know? They don't know anything. They don't know what it is. They don't know where it come from. They don't know nothing.
They know that they can't track them. They know that they don't emit a signal. They know that they can't see them when they turn their lights out. They also indicated that they don't know where they come from. They don't know where they go to.
One family claims they followed a drone in their car, and while it hovered above them, the clock in their car changed times.
Some of the FBI agents that have been assigned to look into this have reported drones flying over their homes.
It's right here over Picatinny, there was a drone just hanging out. I put my drone up in the air and went towards it. I had full battery life. Not 3 minutes into the flight, I lost control of the drone. Warning on my screen, lost control, and my drone started going down.
I'm concerned. I issued a letter to ask for more information, and I think there should be a lot more transparency about that.
Can you make that make more sense? Because I think people in New York and New Jersey see drones the size of an SUV over their house every night and think that that doesn't make any sense.
I understand why people would be looking at this and being concerned about it. We're concerned about it too, which is why we have the Department of Homeland Security and the FBI. My goodness, looking at this, and we're taking it seriously.
So what the hell is happening here, folks? This is getting crazy. Members of Congress, state assemblymen in New Jersey, mayors, governors in multiple states getting fed up with the feds, saying something must be done about this now. Donald Trump came out on Friday saying these mystery drone sightings around the country, the government has to know what these things are. If they don't, shoot them out of the sky, he said. Then we have the Biden administration gaslighting us, lying through their teeth, telling everyone in New Jersey, including the state police, including the mayors, the governor, are all just misidentifying regular manned aircraft, which is ridiculous and a lie. We know they're lying because Picatinny Arsenal military base in Morris County confirmed these drones illegally entered their airspace 11 times. Then last night, Stewart Airfield was shut down for an hour due to these big UAP/drones hovering over their airspace. Watch.
Drone sightings force a local airport to shut down, the mounting frustration over the mystery in the sky. Good evening. I'm Jessica Moore. The number of drone sightings across the tri-state area has been growing over the last 2 weeks, with more than 3,000 reports in New Jersey alone.
It's smooth sailing at New York Stewart International Airport Saturday night, unlike the nearly hour-long delay the evening prior after a drone in the airspace stopped all flights.
It's always a nuisance.
Drones have been spotted throughout the tri-state since mid-November. The FBI says they've received about 5,000 leads since then.
New York Governor Hochul then released a statement about this, criticizing the Biden administration, saying last night the runways at Stewart Airfield were shut down for an hour due to drone activity. This has gone too far. So which is it? Is everyone in New Jersey making this up? Is the military base in Morris County lying, or is the Biden administration? Then yesterday morning, Hillsborough, New Jersey was swarmed by multiple agencies. The FBI drove out there about one of these drones apparently crashing in a field. This massive search took place. Fire crews were out there searching for hours and reportedly found nothing. Watch this.
A major response from authorities that could be related to an incident involving a drone. It is happening in Hillsborough, New Jersey. Fox 5's Stephanie Bertini is live from that scene. Stephanie, obviously so much frustration about what is even happening in the skies above us, so this might be a big answer.
Yeah, Bianca, I talked to several people who tell us they heard a drone crash somewhere behind where I'm standing. We're working to get that information confirmed with officials. Our chopper has been flying over the area this morning. Here's some video. We're showing you that view from above. We're in a shopping plaza in Hillsborough, just off Route 206. First responders have been here all morning, including Hillsborough police, a lot of onlookers. I talked to one woman who says her concerns are growing, calling all the recent drone activity very bizarre. She says she heard the drone crash happened overnight here, but she says that she's seen several, what she believes are drones anyway, flying around her home. She says she lives not too far from where we're live right now.
So why is the Biden administration lying about it? Well, we may have some answers. Let me preface this by saying when you have the feds lying, claiming nothing's going on, nothing to see here, it leaves this big fat void for theories to float out there, and there are a ton of theories right now. But the leading theory that's gaining steam and is really being held up as the most credible, coming from multiple places. First, this radar operator floated it weeks ago, and then yesterday, the CEO of Saxon Aerospace came out and gave his assessment, which lines up perfectly with what this radar operator had said. Now, I'm going to play John Ferguson's statement in a minute. He's the CEO of Saxon Aerospace, but first, just some context. This is still not confirmed. Nobody from the federal government or the military have come out officially and confirmed any of this. When the feds refuse to be transparent, this is what you're left with. You're left with speculation, educated speculation. And the other reason, though, why people are taking this theory seriously is because certain members of Congress who were in positions to know are now saying that these are ours. Congressmen and senators who sit on the Intel Committee, on the House Armed Services Committee, even Marjorie Taylor Greene, who serves on the House Committee on Homeland Security and the Subcommittee on Oversight, Investigations, and Accountability. She came out last night and she updated her statement and said this: it turns out the government is in control of the drones and refuses to tell the American people what's going on. It really is that bad. So did she learn something new since Friday? Because look at what she said on Friday. This is MTG's statement on Friday before last night's update. Watch this.
So if we don't know who they are, right, so it's got to be somebody else. Or they're just not telling us and they know who it is. And some people have said maybe it's, for an adversary. What do you think?
I seriously don't know, but I think they know. I think our Pentagon knows. Our Pentagon should know, right? The Department of Defense absolutely should know. And I'm not privy to that information. I'm not independent. We're not in control yet. But I'll call them a bunch of liars, and I think they're full of shit.
I don't know. Clearly, MTG learned something new. President Biden has said nothing. Zero information from Joe Biden. The Vice President, Kamala Harris, said nothing as well. Where are they, by the way? I have no idea. What I do know is all of a sudden, it's not just the feds being tight-lipped about it, but members of Congress suddenly are as well, not saying anything. When a few days ago they were screaming, demanding answers. So are these ours? Do they belong to the U.S. military? Are they performing some type of covert op? Well, that's the theory. Here's the CEO of Saxon Aerospace, John Ferguson, giving his assessment of what we're all witnessing. Roll the tape.
Hey everyone, my name is John Ferguson. I'm the CEO of Saxon Aerospace here in Wichita, Kansas. I'm not normally a TikTok kind of a guy. I like watching this stuff every once in a while. But I'm a manufacturer of unmanned aircraft, military grade unmanned aircraft, as you can see one of my systems here. There's all of these mysterious drones going on off the East Coast, and as a professional, as a subject matter expert, I wanted to give you all my opinion on what I think could be going on with these drones. I don't particularly believe that these have a nefarious intent. I could be wrong, but I want to give you the truth and what I believe. It's my own opinion, and I've not bounced this off of anybody. So, if you think it's bullshit, whatever, that's cool. I don't want to spread misinformation, as we know that there's a lot of that going around. So my guess, my own guess, is that these drones are not nefarious in intent. If they are, they are, but I doubt it. But if they are drones, the only reason why they would be flying, and flying that low, is because they're trying to smell something on the ground. That's it. There's no other reason for a drone to be flying in the air other than to piss a bunch of people off at night. That's it. So, my belief is they're trying to smell something on the ground. Gas leaks, radioactive material, whatever.
Again, that's just a theory, right? Nobody confirmed this is actually what's happening. All I know is people are getting fed up with this. We need answers. To wait 4 more weeks for Trump to get sworn in is too long. Joe Biden should make some type of statement. New Jersey has 9 million residents. Let me tell you, everyone in New Jersey is talking about this. Everyone has either seen them personally or knows someone who has. And it's astonishing to me that President Biden's just MIA. It's crazy. All right, that wraps up the news portion of this video. Now I want to tell you about what I'm looking at going into 2025. Major opportunities coming, in my opinion, with Trump only 4 or 5 weeks away from being sworn in. Everything's about to change, economically speaking, with Donald Trump posting this last week. The idea that the BRICS countries are to move away from the dollar while we stand by and watch is over. And I believe there's a real currency war brewing. It's been happening under the radar for the last few years, but Trump's not messing around. Between tariffs and trade wars, fiat currencies are vulnerable right now, and it's shining a big fat light on gold and silver, which is why I'm happy with our new sponsor, which I was going to wait until January to reveal, but things are moving rapidly. I wanted to make sure to mention this today, right before the Federal Reserve has their meeting on December 18th. The company's name is VZLA Silver, trading on the New York Stock Exchange with the ticker VZLA. You can see the ticker on your screen. Let me just break down quickly why I'm so excited about this company. Currently trading under $2 a share, $90 million cash on hand, no debt. Let me repeat that, 0 debt on its balance sheet, and there are a number of analysts already covering this fantastic company. Notice they're all issuing buy ratings. Notice their price targets for the stock. Compare that to the current price of less than $2 a share, and you'll see why I'm finding this urgent, in my opinion. And not only are these analysts bullish on VZLA Silver, but the company's largest shareholders are Wall Street titan Franklin Templeton, with over $1 trillion under management. Sprott Inc. and Eric Sprott himself are involved. Think about that. With 12% ownership, Franklin Templeton has $60 million in VZLA shares. And look, I'm bullish on silver in general going into 2025, not only because of these coming currency wars between the BRICS member states and Washington, D.C., but also because of the following catalysts. Look at this. In each of the previous times that this chart was above the red line, let alone where it is today, silver soared. Look at 1971, 75, 86, 2001. Today we're 3.5 standard deviations above normal, and the price of silver's indeed trading at multi-year highs, but nowhere near its all-time highs, both nominal or inflation adjusted. So you see why I'm so bullish on gold and silver right now, but here's why I'm so bullish on this company. Not only because they have $90 million cash on hand, 0 debt, But the asset this company holds, probably why Franklin Templeton has so many shares, is this main asset, the Panuco silver mine, which is VZLA Silver's project, can produce 15.2 million ounces of silver equivalent per year, making it the largest undeveloped mine in the world. Let that really sink in as we're entering 2025. VZLA Silver has established a clear and methodical path toward production at Panuco, backed by a strong financial position with over $90 million in cash, no debt. Global silver demand forecasted to reach 1.2 billion ounces in 2024, which would mark the second highest level on record, according to the Silver Institute. Not to mention, the world's changing, right? With Trump coming into office, he's opening everything up. He wants higher energy production. He wants higher mining production. He wants the economy to grow. And look at this, from a valuation perspective, VZLA is currently valued at 0.49 times price to NAV, while the other producers are valued around 1.28 times on average. In other words, in the next 2 years, as the company advances towards production, on paper, the revaluation from 0.49 times to 1.28 times represents an upside potential of 191%. So again, VZLA trading at under $2 a share, 90 million in cash, no debt, Sprott and Franklin Templeton as largest shareholders, low cost, high yield project, likely going to be one of the top 10 largest in the world. So look, here's what I'll do. I'll put a link to their website in the description. Make sure to do your own due diligence. I'm only providing some of the info about the company, their projects, why I'm so impressed with them.